But it looks like we have our first round matchup. Deck list number 1, we got an Ornn.
An Ornn, and that is a scary big tanky boy.
Yeah.
Okay, I've seen some Ornns get up to what, like 42 might? What are you supposed to do against that?
Yeah, if you get Spellsonger, let alone 2 Spellsongers on that, and it looks like this duelist has 3 in the deck list. Plus the 2 green Azirs. This is a really cool kind of adaptation in the Ornn. A lot of people early on in Spearforge weren't quite sure how to build it, but it feels like we're settling in. I mean, this is the last regional for Spearforge format, so makes sense. But the Azir just gives you so much more movement options for the Ornn, and it's also just a strong might unit on its own. But this is a very slow deck. You see not a single 2 energy unit is present. It's just all gear. You're going to be establishing the gear as you start the game, and then play your units later.
Yeah.
You're going to give up a lot of points early on, though.
And the real gag with Ornn here is that for each unit you have, or for each gear that you have on the board, baby, you get an additional might for that. And so you just stack and stack. As you can see, there's so much gear. You've got the Guardian Angels, you've got the Dorn Shields, you've got the Cloth Armor. You're just stacking the gear.
Exactly. And you can see that, again, because it's a slower deck, they're playing some of these slower battlefields. Things like Aspirant's Climb make it so that it takes an extra point to win the game. I imagine Ornn's Forge is when you're going second, because we do have the Pit Crew, so you can at least try and get in there and get your gear a little cheaper early on. And then Sigil of the Storm, because opponent doesn't want to take that. It's painful. But again, we're expecting a slow ramp for this deck. Let's see what they're up against, though, because if an Ornn is against a really fast deck, it can get out of control. And
it's the Lucian. Yes, yes,
that's a pretty fast deck.
I love to see it, baby. We are going to be seeing some points scored. I am here for it.
Ooh.
But you know what I really love? The first time Lucian is he conquers, ready him. Because what is he about to do?
He's about to move back or get over and move again. There's so many ways to move this deck around. The first mate is the big combo with Lucian. You go in, you conquer, you're ready, move back, first mate, ready again, go in, conquer, right? But then also you have things like the signature spell Relentless Pursuit, which lets you move around, conquer, and then move back to base on its the resolution of the effect, which then your Lucian's going to ready, and then he can go in again. This is a very fast scoring deck, and the big combo, if we can highlight it, is Skyfall of Aurelion plus Trinity Force.
Yes.
The Skyfall says that when it's equipped, your hold effects are also your conquer effects and vice versa, and the Trinity Force says when you hold, score a point. So the classic combo for Lucian, put both of these on the same unit, usually the Lucian, and then when you score, you get the one for the mechanics of conquering the battlefield, but then an additional point for this combo of Trinity Force plus Skyfall. And I think this is kind of an Ornn's worst nightmare, because not only can Lucian set up this combo and score big points in kind of the mid-range, but also it can play fast. Like, you can just get the Lucian out there and just start scoring early and just get 2 points a turn from your second turn.
Absolutely, and I kind of want to highlight the Sabotage as well, because you can look into that deck of Ornn and non-unit cards. Baby, those are the gears.
Yeah.
Buy gears, okay? And that is
get rid of that Shirelias.
Bread and butter, exactly.
That's huge.
But I also kind of want to highlight the punch first, because if you think you're going to take a little battle with Lucian, boom, +5 might. I also want to highlight this Pouty Poro for no other reason than the beautiful art that we have here on the screen.
Gorgeous.
It is so gorgeous. I just want to point that out.
Yeah.
But
Unleash, very excited for that one. I also want to point out that this build seems like it's more geared towards dealing with like the Annies, the Dravens, the Kai'Sas, because there's 3 challenge in there. Challenge is a spell that's not going to, I imagine, not come up much in the Ornn matchup. You can hit the Pit Crew, maybe the Azir actually if you get something big enough, but still, like, when there's a big Ornn, challenge isn't going to do much. That's not your answer to this matchup. It's more in the main deck for other matchups, so that one you probably want to look to mulligan back into your deck, but still I think that this is a really strong matchup for the Lucian, despite having a few cards that won't matter as much. But it's looking like we're ready to get into the round.
It's looking like we're ready to get into our first match of Riftbound Regional Qualifiers in Atlanta, Georgia. We're setting up, and for Game 1, we've got Orange Forge for a battlefield and Forge of the Fluffed.
Yep, it was very Ornn thematic here.
Yes.
I in my headcanon, I don't know where Forge of the Fluffed is. In my headcanon, it's just like a Poro that went in and found Ornn's Forge and is now like occupying it.
Yeah, they're like, I don't think Ornn has many friends, so I think the Poro
That's
might
rude
be.
to point out.
I'm sorry, Ornn, but like, look at the deck. He only has gear.
You know, actually, that's a good point. Thematically in the deck,
Yes.
you know, you do have some evidence to pull that off of. But also, we have Brandon Nieves piloting the Ornn versus Travis shows on the Lucian. And both players will be looking at their hand. Did not see who won the die roll to determine going first, but it's looking like now, no, I am mistaken. I thought I saw first and second, but we'll see who's going first.
We'll see who's going first here. We get the good old fist bump, and it's time to rock and roll. We see Travis is starting with the 2 channeling of the runes. Beautiful art, by the way. Draws and passes.
Oh, interesting. I didn't see, maybe it happened before we went in, I didn't see Travis go for a hand reset. And against the Ornn matchup, the moment I see Ornn, I'm immediately trying to find that 2 energy unit to just score as quickly as possible. But maybe Travis, either I missed it or he's got a different thing in mind. But there's the Spellsonger for Ornn.
Absolutely, and we channel those 2 more runes, and we're shuffling through the cards. Oh, we're exhausting all 4. And what are we about to play, Mr. Travis?
Yep,
A
there we go.
good old Kaisa, and we're passing the turn.
So this is one of the things that Lucian can do. You have access to the red suite, and one of the best cards in red right now is Kaisa. You conquer, she can go and accelerate it, and you draw a card, which Lucian can struggle to get to the combo sometimes. You talked about the strength of that combo. If you don't see it, you don't get to use it. Kaisa helps you see it.
Absolutely, and as you see, we got that GA on the board as well as the World Atlas coming in for the Ornn. All runes exhausted here, but I just want to say he's stacking the gear.
He's stacking the gear, and it looks like Travis is refamiliarizing themselves with the Ornn itself. This Ornn, of course, has Weapon Master, Deflect 2, and gains 1 might for every gear on your field. Already on Brandon's next turn, that Ornn's going to hit the field. You have the ideal setup. Like, Guardian Angel will protect it, Spellsong will make it Deflect 4 and even bigger, but this is what you want to do as the Lucian. You get in there fast.
Absolutely, and that might be the first score for Travis, the first point on the board. Any responses, and it does not look like Brandon has one, so that's going to be 2 points over to Travis.
And still 1 rune up. Let's see. There's a punch first in hand, it looks like. I didn't see a sabotage. If you have sabotage, maybe you rip it now. Okay, so we have a Relentless Pursuit, but none of the combo pieces. I didn't see a Trinity Force or a Skyfall, which, I mean, you're trying to dig with these Kaisas.
Right.
You're not going to get more draws off of them, I imagine, unless, you know, you try and do some, like, Relentless Pursuit shenanigans, but even then, I don't think on the next turn you're going to be able to get that extra draw. So you're going to be a little behind on finding that, and this is an ideal spot for the Ornn now because you got your big guy. You're going to have to pass to your opponent. You usually can't get in that fast with the Ornn, but yeah, there's the Spellsonger, and you have to still, with Weapon Master, pay the energy cost to equip it regardless. And now he can use his Ornn Legend ability to use the power cost to equip one of the other gears if he wants to. But ideally, you're just going to put everything on the Ornn, pass your turn. Yes, Travis will be up in points, but Brandon will make that back later.
Oh, absolutely. It's time for the Ornn to get big, old, and tanky. And just as you said, we're tapping the Legend, and we're looking to equip that World Atlas.
So let's do some math here. So the Ornn will get 3 from the 3 gears. Spellsonger will give that twice, so that's 6, and then 2 from the World Atlas, and it looks like, nice, the player is making it easier for us with those dice, so a +8 on him means that that's a 12 might Ornn, but we're actually passing without equipping the GA. There was a challenge in Travis Show's hand. I don't think we can get anything that big, but that is kind of bold. I still would like to put the GA on there.
Absolutely interesting here, and that's another 2 points for holding for Travis Shows. And I think we're looking at our cards here to see if we want to do anything to tackle that Ornn, but yeah, I just don't think that it's possible right now. Now, Brandon is tapped out, all runes, exhausted, and Travis just now getting his turn open is ready to attack.
We got the Skyfall. I'm doing the math. Oh, we can get it to 11 because we can play the Skyfall, equip the Skyfall, play the punch first, and then challenge. It would be very expensive. We'd basically be deramping every rune, but it would deal with the Ornn. not going to be enough anyway. Also, arguable, not even worth it to completely deramp just to deal with that. So I guess Brandon felt confident, and you're also probably saving the GA for the Tiana anyway. We didn't highlight that in the deck profile, but it's a very strong unit that when it's out of battlefield, your opponent can't score points. So you have to deal with it, and GA just makes it harder to deal with. So let's see what Travis's answer is.
To recycle into, and we're punching first, so that is +5 might, and it looks like it's going on that top side, Kaisa. So that is going to be a 9 might, Kaisa.
Are we doing it? Do we have a way to get there?
It looks like we're shuffling through, and we're going to exhaust 2 more runes, recycle 1, and it looks like, boom, the challenge is happening.
Okay. We're throwing out the challenge. By my math, it is a 9 hitting into a 12.
Okay, so we might be sacrificing.
Oh.
What are you saying?
I think we're hearing Travis say that he didn't realize how big the Ornn was.
Oh, I see there.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Yeah, Ornn's one of those tricky units, especially with the Spellsonger on it, because it doubles the text. It just repeats the text on the card, so it means that you don't just get the 1 might for every gear, you get 2 might for every gear, plus it's 4 deflects. So that was a very expensive turn. And like, I was of the same mind as Travis of like, maybe you can get there, but he didn't have the opportunity to, and unfortunately, that's a big punish there. So yeah, you're going to be fully deramped. You have to move back, and now Ornn is poised to completely take over the game.
Yes, that's a tough one, but you know, I want to give Travis a little bit of grace. Day 1, okay?
Yeah.
It happens, okay? We got to give it to him.
There's a human element to every card game, especially when you're in the feature match stage, you know. And also, it's just a tricky matchup because, like, Ornn's not one of the most popular matchups either in the game.
Absolutely. And, like, what's the good old song? It's like, the hands are sweaty, mom spaghetti or something like that. We might just be there.
Yeah.
We might just be there right now. So, Ornn is moving in, and he's going to have an additional 9 might to him. So, he's getting big, and the charm comes out, and Kaisa is going to die. Travis's board might just be wiped here. The Kaisa comes back out, looking for what could possibly happen here.
Even when it's attached, it doesn't condition. So, yes, it's okay. This is
all right, it seems like the judges are clarifying something with Brandon right there. Not exactly sure what the stipulation was, but it looks like the charm should go through. Yep.
And that is going to be a clean board.
And I just want to set up something here, right?
Yeah.
Because it's looking like Ornn should win this game number 1. It's the best of 3. But if Travis somehow finds a way back, that has to be the best comeback in the history of Riftbound.
Point blank period.
I don't know if you could be in a more dire situation.
As we say this, the Dorn Shield will be equipped, so he's going to get an additional 2 might there. Poro Snack, so that's a gear. So that is more HP. Oh my gosh. Make it stop.
Every gear increases the might by 2.
Yep. Absolutely. So we are getting pretty big, and I don't even know if Ornn would ever want to actually take that gear.
Okay.
Yeah, so it looks like the Ornn really is starting to ramp. He's going to get those points, and we're going to be possibly looking to get those gold gears. Absolutely.
Yeah, with the World Atlas, every time you hold, you get 2 gold gears, which just makes the Ornn bigger.
Yep, so he is really stacking the +6. He's going to run out of dice. Somebody get Brandon some more dice, please.
What's your favorite nickname for Ornn? I like Kaiju Ornn. There's a lot of community names for it. There's Kaiju Ornn. There's like Attack on Titan Ornn.
Can we do like Orniana?
Well, is Oriana big?
No. I didn't say Oriana. Orniana.
Orniana.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not tracking the reference. But I'm going to yes and that. I love it. Huh?
Ornianka?
Orianka?
No, Ornianka.
The Ornn is important, and I keep missing that in this. My apologies.
You really don't want him to be Ornn.
I guess not. Yeah, I got to fit that against Ornn.
Okay, it looks like we've brought out the Azir. Beautiful artwork, by the way. And we're moving the Ornn over to the Forge of the Fluffed.
Now, how do we do that? Because the Azir allows you to change locations with an enemy unit. I don't see the Shirelias. Shirelias is typically how Ornn gets around, because you
Right.
get ganking and you can move from battlefield to battlefield.
Right.
Oh, wait, is there a Shirelias on the... Maybe I just missed it. Maybe it is under there. I see, there's a World Atlas.
I do not see the plus.
There's a Guardian Angel.
Yes, and
there is a Doran
Shield.
And this Fellsonger.
Correct. But, you know, maybe they see something that we don't. It looks like we're...
Maybe it's the Orniana tech.
It's the Ornn. Oh,
Yeah.
the Ornn.
They
the Ornn
Shockwave moved them.
Yeah,
between
yes,
locations. Yeah.
yes. Okay,
Bouncing
Trinity
around.
Force coming out. So we will be able to get some additional points once we get a unit on the board. Point blank, period. Love that.
I think there's got to be like a Trinity Force underneath there that I just missed being placed or something. But either way, it's still going to hold, going to get 2 more gold gears at this point. Like, this is an Ornn player's dream, is you just
Yes.
have to have 30 dice
Yes.
with you.
Yes.
And then you just add them on top of your unit. And by the end of the game, you don't even see the Ornn. It's just dice.
It's just nice. And,
This
you know,
is the dream.
We're getting to that point. He's had to go into his own arsenal.
Yeah,
of
those are
dice, it
3
looks like.
dice that are at the table.
Yes.
And we have gotten too big for that. What was it you said? You 40 might, Ornn? What's the
42
biggest
might.
you've seen? 42?
42 might.
We might beat that. Let's add this up. That's 12, 18 plus 2 is 20. So we're at 24. So we're
Okay.
over halfway.
You know,
And we have more Riftbound to play.
We have a lot more Riftbound to play. We're channeling those runes. We're looking through our hand, and we're trying to see what can we do to maybe not just take down this Ornn, but maybe take down this Azir as we're looking here. And I mean, Ornn has some runes up here, so.
Well, the sad thing is Travis does have the combo, but no way to accelerate in. And this is a really tough spot to be in again for Travis, because like he was in a good spot. You make a tough misplay, and then that just means that you fall so far behind.
Oh.
If you had this combo and all the runes,
Yeah.
I actually think there's a real chance that Travis wins this, because like the whole idea of the Kai'Sa play is you're trying to dig for the Trinity Force plus Skyfall, and he got there.
He got there.
He got there, but now he doesn't have a unit.
With 3 runes exhausted, the Skyfall does come out. I wonder if we're going to see this Lucian take the board, maybe?
I don't
there's
imagine.
No other unit here.
Yeah, he didn't even play the Lucian, so he doesn't have a unit ready. And also the problem is, like, Azir's ability is that action speed ability that says recycle a green power and then swap places with another unit. So if the Lucian attacks into the Azir, you just swap with the Ornn, and now you're fighting the what's that? Just gain 4 more might.
Yeah, it's at
yeah,
6, 12,
28?
18, 20. Yeah, we're getting to be a very big boy.
Yeah.
So we're readying runes on the side of Brandon. He is at 7 points here. So he's going to have to do something, because in order to win, you must either conquer both or hold one. And he is on both battlefields. So
yeah.
Travis, I wish you luck, my brother.
And also Brandon has all runes up, plus he's playing green. So
And I do
good chance
think
that you
I
have
saw
counter.
a not so fast in there. The Lucian does come out. We're equipping the Trinity Force by recycling 1 rune, and then boom, we're going to, yep. Okay, so we gonna see the combo.
He can hit pretty hard. I mean, Lucian Legend says all of your equipment give an additional +1 assault. But yeah, you just can't get big enough to hit that Ornn. So it looks like Travis will concede. And that's just, yeah, again, I think he would have been in a really good spot.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that he's going to be kicking himself there, because if you just don't deramp all of your runes trying to take out the Ornn, then you can at least keep playing later on.
Yeah.
The problem is, we saw what Ornn is capable of. Even if Travis had kept scoring points, there's a chance you get gate kept at 7. Because once the Ornn and Azir combo is set up for Brandon, it gets so hard to actually take Ornn off the field, because you kind of have to snipe the Azir, and that's where those challenges will come in. So actually, maybe challenge is a good idea in Travis's deck. Initially, I was thinking it wouldn't get much value, but now that I'm realizing again kind of what the Ornn game plan is, there's a chance Travis should keep those in the deck, but we'll see what he decides for game number 2.
I'm super excited for that. Now, I don't know, we don't know what are in these sideboards, but I do want to remind y'all, Lucian can have an auction. Okay, maybe we steal some of that gear from Ornn, make our auction a big boy, okay? So I really want to see if we get to see those auctions.
Ooh, okay, so I don't even know if we sided, because we got into this one really fast. Travis does not have a turn 1 play, but does have 2 Trinity Forces and a Skyfall. If you get both with the Skyfall, you score 3 points every time you conquer.
Lock the
That is
frick
crazy.
in, y'all.
Good start from Brandon, though.
Yes, with all runes exhausted, we're going to bring on a seal. So some costs are not going to be as heavy, but also a world atlas. I love to see it. We're already stacking the gear. That's exactly what Ornn wants. And did we just pull another Trinity Force?
Oh, did we?
On the side of
I
Travis?
actually didn't look at
He's
what.
got 3 in there.
Oh, my goodness.
He's got 3 in there.
No units, but yeah, if you just establish Trinity Force, Lucian, Skyfall, Relentless Pursuit, like this game gets kind of crazy. Also, I love that Ornn, I was going to point this out earlier, can just play seals for free.
Yeah.
It's so nice because seals usually have to recycle the equivalent power cost, but Ornn taps it and you play any gear for 1 less power or activate the gear's ability for 1 less power. You just get that seal for free, essentially. Really, really nice.
Absolutely. And with those 4 runes exhausted, the Trinity Force does come out. Now, he is also going to have to ramp up this gear with these first couple of turns to get that combo off. Let's see. Oh, and the GA comes out with 2 runes exhausted, and we're going to tap 3, it looks like, and boom, the Sterix gauge comes out.
Yeah. And we don't have to recycle anything for it because it's 2 calm power, but we have the seal, and we also have the Ornn passive. So really efficient use there. It means we don't get the quick cast effect of it, but it's still nice. Okay. I want to prep everybody at home for the potential shenaniganeries
Prep it.
that could be coming our way. With 3 Trinity Forces and a Skyfall in Travis's hand, or at least 1 on board and the rest in hand. Oh, okay, he's going for the Lucian. I was going to say we could get to a point where we have 4 points scored on a single conquer. Because if you get the 3 Trinity Forces on him, it can happen. So he's showing he's got the combo. So this is actually a pretty bold move. But Brandon's a little behind to punish this because, like, theoretically, if you show this, then Brandon can be like, oh, I'm just going to, like, charm to take you out. But the Ornn's not established. It's too early in the game. So I actually kind of like this from Travis because next turn, Reagan.
The Ornn is coming out.
I'm doing the math.
Do it.
Next turn, Travis has the 8 runes. Oh, but he still has to pay an energy cost for the Skyfall. I thought we were going to get the 4 points in 1 turn. We weren't going to get it.
Oh, we weren't. Oh.
No.
Well, we're equipping over
Still
here.
in a great
Ornn
spot.
comes out, and he is already plus 9, baby. Oh, JK, plus 10. And so he is going to be a 14 might Ornn already. We're readying the Lucian as we have passed our turn over to Travis. We're readying the runes, and we're drawing 2, of course, channeling 2, excuse me, and then we're drawing the 1 card for turn. Did I just see it? Did I just see the auction?
You called it. I mean, it's
did.
a very strong card in this matchup. You can take probably the Guardian
He's
Angel.
doing it. He's doing it right now. We're tapping 4. We might have to pay. Oh, I lied. The Trinity Force comes out with the 4 runes.
So you can also save the Akshan. If you don't think you're ever going to be able to take down the Ornn, you can save Akshan for if, like, a Tiana gets Guardian Angel, or if the Ornn has, like, a Doran's shield while Tiana's on a point. Because the worst case is Tiana plus Ornn that has tank. Because then you can never kill the Tiana.
Gotcha.
But here we go. We're going for the point scoring optimization instead. This is going to be 3 points scored.
Y'all, I'm so happy. This is the whole gist. This is the whole reason Lucian is here. So he's going to score these points at this battlefield. He's going to ready. And then what are we going to do, Travis, after that? Oh.
So he paid for the Sunken Temple. If you conquer with a unit that has 5 might or more, you can pay an energy to draw a card.
Yep.
So we dug more into the deck.
And then we're going to move Lucian back to safety because we don't want to keep him out there with a readied Ornn that is, what, 14 might? We do not want that Lucian to die so quickly. So instead, we're going to ready him and move him back to base.
But now is when Brandon can go out to a battlefield and then use the Charm as a removal option to deal with this Lucian. Because Travis wasn't able to establish another unit. Did draw the first mate. I noticed that. So you at least still have the opportunity to either accelerate Kaisa or play something plus the first mate. I think Travis is in a fine spot. And honestly, with the Kaisa and another Trinity Force, might be able to score 4 points on the next Conquer here. So Ornn's going into the Sigil of Power. Interesting to see the Sigil of Power instead of the Sunken Temple. So we're not going to go for our own draw. We're going to give the option for... Oh, okay. This makes more sense now.
Yes,
okay.
yes. So we're going to ready the Ornn. He's going to become a little... There it is. We tap the legend, and it looks like We might recycle.
Yep.
And yep, the Shirelias is getting equipped
When you
to make Ornn. Oh, gotta grab more dice.
It's bigger,
Jesus.
yeah. So whenever you play Shirelias, it readies all of your units, and then also when it's equipped, any units at that location have ganking. So you move the Ornn and conquer, ready the Ornn, gank the Ornn over, and then you can still use the Sunken Temple. So this actually was very efficient from Brandon, because you're also then denied the Sunken Temple. I was confused at first, but now that I see the Shirelias, it's like, no, this actually made perfect sense. Great strategic move from Brandon.
He ate that up. I'm not going to lie to y'all. So that's 2 points over to Brandon. And the turn's not done. He still has 4 runes up. We're counting. We're shuffling. We're looking to see what other move can we make here. And the Poro Snacks does come out. Ornn is going to get how much might?
1 might now, because there's no Spellsonger, but I think you're digging for the charm here if you're Brandon.
Yes.
Okay, I was wondering if you would actually use the second, because when Porosnack you play it, you draw, and then when you can pay an energy and recycle a green to then kill the gear and draw another card. If you're Brandon, I think you want to dig for that charm, because now it's going to get real scary here. You didn't deal with the Lucian. Travis doesn't have to expend more resources to get another unit out there. He can just further establish the third Trinity force. Right, we're going to get 4 points conquered.
I love to see it. I'm so excited, man. He's
so
doing the math. He's checking. Do I have the runes? Do I have the plan in sight? So explain to me. If I'm new to the scene, if I'm new to Riftbound, and I do play that auction, what is the premium gear? Because there's so much on the board. Which one do I want to steal from this Ornn?
In my opinion, the most impactful changes depending on the game state, but usually it's the Shirelias, because that's what's giving the Ornn ganking and allows the Ornn to keep scoring 2 points a turn and also just be a menace on the board. You can never really hold against that. But again, it changes depending on the game state, because if Brandon gets a Tiana out there, again, Tiana says, if I'm at a battlefield, your opponent can't score.
Right.
And then you put a Doran shield on the Ornn, you can't attack in and clear the Tiana because there's tank now on Ornn, and tank says that you have to deal combat damage there first. So in that instance, you pivot and you take away the Doran shield and then you attack and kill the Tiana. So it depends on the game state, but right now, the current game state, I'd say the Shirelias, but you also don't really need to, because you're going to score only 3 points here. We're not going to play the next Trinity Force right away, but okay, we are going to Akshan. I was wondering if you hold the Akshan. I actually would have liked to hold the Akshan.
Didn't
matter.
The not
Didn't
so
matter.
fast on the auction, y'all.
Okay.
Yes, that does work. You cannot so fast the stealing of the gear. And it every time I know Travis is like, you know what, god dang it.
Yeah, so Akshan, so not so fast, great counter spell here, as it's a reaction speed, any effect that targets a unit or gear, not just spell. So deal with the unit effect, and Akshan does target. So Akshan is 4 energy, but then you have to pay the 2 orange recycle cost to target an enemy gear and take control of it. If it's an equipment, you equip it to the Akshan. We did not get that off because of not so fast. We're going to move the Lucian back. Travis is still in a good spot. Still wins on the next turn if Brandon cannot deal with this Lucian with all the equipment on it.
Now, look at the trap that there's kind of some breadcrumbs on the board here, because he played the auction to the battlefield because he already controlled that battlefield. So it's kind of bait. Bring the Ornn over because there's no other unit on the board, and then that other battlefield is free.
Yeah, you're also, the reason I think Travis would do something like that is to insulate himself, because you take the Shirelias, now Akshan has ganking, so Ornn would have to like move back to base, and then that threatens that the Akshan can move over, but again, we didn't see that. Instead, we're seeing Azir played.
And unfortunately, as you were saying in the last match, Azir can swap locations with that Ornn. So the combo is back on the board. Travis only needs 2 points and the turn is passed.
Gets a little more complex for Travis now, but because there's no Spellsonger on Ornn, and I see Punch First in hand, there's a world we get big enough. I want to do some quick math here, because again, Lucian Legend ability gives +1 assault to every single equipment equipped to you. So Lucian right now is 3 might plus an additional 6, and then we add 3 for the assault, so let's add 9. That's 12. Punch First is 5, that's 17. And then if we get 1 more equipment on him, that's another 3, so that's 20. How big is the Ornn? It's not going to be very, well, actually, wait a minute. That might be enough. No, it's gonna clash. Well, it looks like Ornn currently is 20.
We're moving over, so it looks like this showdown will start, and Lucian does die.
I like this. This actually makes way more sense from Travis. Azir
Work it
can
out
only
for
use the
me.
ability once per turn. So now you just play your Kaisa Accelerated. I imagine is going to come up next. Re-equip everything going. That was very smart from
Did
Travis.
Travis do it?
I like it.
Okay, let's see. The Kaisa does come out with the 4 runes, 1 recycled. She is accelerated. We're equipping. We're recycling. We're
Here we go.
equipping. We're recycling. And boop, she goes in. What are we doing?
I imagine not much from Ornn. This is going to be well above what Azir's current might is. If this Conquer goes through, that is 2 points picked up for Travis. That is what he would need to win.
Okay, and we're shuffling through, and that's going to be it. Well done, Travis. Those are the 2 points he needed. We're going game 3.
GG's. Travis is able to bounce back after that game 1 loss. Keeps a cool head this time around and gets the combo. We didn't see the dream of the 3 Trinity Force plus Skyfall, but I think that Travis still played it very smart and very safe. I like, because when he picked up the Azir, I was like, okay, so he's just making sure he knows what the card does.
Yeah.
And then I forgot what the card did. You can only use it the 1 time per turn, so Travis says, it's fine. I'm going to bait it out the 1 time. Brandon has to answer. You have to use it to dodge and have the Ornn take out the Lucian, but Travis still had enough in the hand to get through with that accelerated Kaisa. Really good sequencing from Travis.
Now, I love to see this right now because look at the battlefields that we have on the board. We've got the Candlelit Sanctum, but we also have Aspirant's Climb. So I think we're going to see some fun times here. We're going into game 3. We've got our hands drawn, deciding if we're going to mulligan. And now, I do want to point out, I see the not so fast again over there.
Yeah,
and
that's a good one.
did I see a Defy for Ornn? So we're already starting off pretty hot. Are we going to mulligan the Relentless Pursuit?
Okay, looks like neither will mulligan. And yeah, keeping the Defy, I haven't noticed either of these duelists go for a side deck.
Yeah.
So it seems like they're happy with what the main deck is versus each other. And that Defy will still come up specifically for Relentless Pursuit because that is one of the strongest parts of Lucian. I highlighted, he kind of has 2 really pain points that you can hold him back on. One is the combo of the Skyfall plus Trinity Force. If you can just kill that with a Thermo Beam or just deny him from seeing it, it's hard to win. But then also defying the Relentless Pursuit is really big for Brandon. So he's just going to keep establishing these gears and build up the Ornn like we've been seeing. And the pressure is always going to be on the person on the other side of the Ornn to get in there and get points as fast as they can.
And, you know, it feels like Travis is trying to do just that. The Lucian comes out early, and we're going in to just score a point real quick on the Candlelit. And it looks like that is going to go through. He's going to ready the Lucian. We're drawing, and, oh, I think
so
I
Candlelit Sanctum, it's been an adaptation for Lucian. I've talked to a lot of Lucian players, and they're like, this just helps you see the combo. Because you look at the top, if you conquer, you look at the top 2, and you can choose to put them back in any order or recycle them back to the bottom. And you don't see either Trinity Force or Skyfall, you put them back to the bottom. It just helps you get to that combo faster. That is the ultimate goal of Lucian.
Exactly. And with 5 runes exhausted and 1 recycled, boom, the Kaisa accelerated comes out to score another point. Travis is doing exactly as he should, and it's stack those points as early as possible before Ornn, with 75 million might, gets on the board.
I think Travis might have made a miss. We'll see what his game plan is. I would have liked to see him move the Lucian back, because it readies when it conquers, you can move it back, and then you can trigger the Candlelit again.
Yeah.
To, again, just dig for that combo. You're just trying to find the combo, but we're not going to have that option now because you hold, and we're not going to get the hold ability. There is no hold ability on Candlelit. It's only when you conquer. So
right. He does still go up to those 4 points, though. He goes fishing in his deck, looking to see what exactly his game plan is here, with both units ready at the battlefield at the beginning of this turn. We are shuffling.
He's got a lot of gas.
He does.
Gas
I think
hand,
we're
but
looking at 6 runes up.
Yeah.
So there's a lot that can be done. We're thinking. We're thinking.
He looks like he's checking with his opponent, making sure they're on the same page on something. But I imagine that Travis will probably move these units back and just establish a bigger board right now. You have like a Poro, you have a Noxus Hopeful, and we don't have any of the combo pieces. So it's not like we can build up towards the big swing. Might as well just get more units, because that's the fun thing about Lucian is sometimes your game plan can just be hit them really hard. And if you have enough units, you can actually try and punch through an early Ornn.
Yes.
It can get scary for Brandon to move this Ornn into the battlefield, depending on what's in his hand. I haven't seen anything other than Defy Not So Fast, so maybe he has enough to protect the Ornn and make it big enough, but it's always scary to rely on like a mid-range, like 8 might, 10 might Ornn to survive on a battlefield.
Absolutely, and as you see, we are going to move those units back to safety before the 9 Might Ornn comes out to play. With 2 runes exhausted, we are going to play the Poro. 2 more coming out, and we're also going to see a...
Nox is hopeful. It's a shiny one, so it's really kind of hard to decipher.
Yeah.
But the cool thing here is that look, Relentless Pursuit is an action speed spell, so if Brandon does want to move the Ornn in, there's a chance that because Travis still has 2 runes up, you can Relentless Pursuit your Kaisa into the Aspirant's Climb, attempt to conquer, get a point, draw a card for Kaisa, and then Relentless Pursuit, the last line of text is, when I conquer, you may move me to my base. Move the Kaisa back.
Yeah.
And then do it again on your turn to get another draw off the Kaisa. So this is actually real. I like that Travis is leaving these 2 runes up because there's the potential you can, still play on Brandon's turn.
Exactly. And, just keeping your units safe is definitely the game plan here because you want to be able to still make those points when you can. We are looking at Ornn over here ready now. We're thinking through our deck, and it looks like we're exhausting him and moving in to get possibly that draw feature here. Yeah,
it helps Ornn also get to the equipments because, again, you're kind of looking for Shirelias, Tiana, Azir. Those are the big hits for the Ornn. So, and it looks like Brandon didn't get any of those, as it seems like both those cards are going back to the bottom of the deck. Although actually looking at the hand. So Brandon's still waiting to decide. So do we know anything else about Brandon's hand? I didn't spot anything other than the Defy and Not So Fast.
I did not. I'm really trying to peek over. Like, I moved my head over. Like,
he's
that's
keeping it face down. Probably a smart move for his opponent, but
yeah.
Inconvenient for us.
I'd really love to see here what we're shuffling through. It does look like he's going to keep those right on top. Okay. He may have liked what he saw. And we're going to shuffle through. We've got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 runes up. And it looks like we're going to exhaust.
I like it when players do this. They kind of space them out.
Yeah.
I assume he's got a 2 cost, a 3 cost, and a 3 cost.
Yep.
But also you can really mess with your opponent by, maybe I shouldn't leak these strats.
No, I say please leak them. But I know exactly what you're doing because when I'm playing Fiora, I like to leave 1 rune up, and I try to make sure those 2 oranges are visible.
Yeah.
So they know.
True. They know what could.
I can punch first.
My toxic trade is when I play Kaisa, I always be like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I start to tap them all. I'm like, nah.
I love
I'm not going to do Thousand Tail this turn.
Yeah.
Maybe next turn.
Exactly.
Singularity, you tap 6. You're like, no.
And it looks like Brandon is going to pass over. We're ready.
We're leaving
our unit.
Everything up.
Everything on the board. And
he was playing mind games.
Yes. He said, put it on the floor. I'm not scared. We're here, and we're ready to win.
So Brandon did a very simple turn. Move Ornn in, conquer, keep both cards on the top. You can order them however you want with the Candlelit Sanctum, but kept them, and then didn't play anything. This is a pretty weak Ornn. Again, I was talking about, and I noticed that Travis didn't do the Relentless Pursuit move that I was talking about, where you can get him with the Kaisa to draw the 2, but it's fine. I mean, you're saving the Relentless Pursuit for later. But there's a chance that Travis can just punch into this Ornn if he's feeling confident. He's got a challenge. He's got to punch first. He's got gas to just punch over a pretty, all things considered, 9 Might's still big, but for an Ornn, that's pretty small.
Absolutely. And so he just got that point from the Kaisa, so we're sitting on 5 here, and we have a lot of runes up. It is possible that that combo can come out. We also have a lot of units on the board. Do we want to move in with all the units and just try and kill the Ornn? I really don't know.
It is so scary into 8 runes up.
Yeah.
You don't know if the Ornn's on things like Discipline, on Guard. The blue potential would be like Smoke Screen. None of these are super popular in Ornn, but it gets in your head. The big one that you look out for Ornn would be like the Sterix Gauge, because that's got the quick cast equip that can go onto the Ornn, and there's plenty of runes up for that. So I feel like Sterix Gauge is the read that you should have in this situation, and that will make the Ornn 4 stronger, which would then put it to a 13. You can still beat a 13 with this current board, and we're going for it.
And he's doing exactly as said. All of those units, the Kaisa accelerated with the 5 runes exhausted and 1 recycled. And we want to see what is the response from Brandon. All of his runes are up, so those 2 runes do get exhausted, 1 recycled, and that Sterix Gauge is going to go onto the Ornn, giving him an additional +4 might.
Yeah.
So
let's see if my math was right there. Yeah, 13 right now on the Ornn, it looks like.
Yes, he has the additional 9 and then the regular 4 might of the Ornn. And what are we going to do? We're tapping 1, we're recycling 2, we're punching first.
You cannot defy this. You cannot not so fast this. This is one of the strongest orange spells in the game for specifically those reasons. Green is usually fantastic against spell-based decks, but this one just says you can't. Like, hope you side decked Wind Walls, because like that's the only. There's 2 defies and a not so fast. Yeah, I don't think there's an answer.
There's
here
not.
For Brandon. This is huge for Travis to take out the Ornn early.
Absolutely, and there's no GA on the board, y'all, right now.
That's
so
it.
Boom.
That's it.
Ornn, the big boy, the tanky boy, is out of gas.
Now you can still, for Brandon, put your damage wherever you want it to go. I'm assuming on the Kaisa, the Lucian, those seem like the premier hits. It was 13, and we put the punch first on Kaisa, so that's 9. That's 12 on Lucian. That means that those are the only 2 that you could take out. But those are like the big threats. Like a Poro and a Nox is hopeful. Maybe you can try and beat it with like an Azir, but like once Ornn goes down, it is like disastrous for the Ornn player because you don't have many units in your deck. There's a Rake in hand, I think, which can deal with an equipment, but there's no equipment on the field.
No, I think there's another Ornn in his hand right now.
Was there?
I think I saw another Ornn in Brandon's hand. Am I tripping? We will see definitely when his turn is passed and it goes over to
That
Brandon.
would be a
I really think I just saw.
5-head play right
Y'all,
there.
am I trolling? Am I trolling right now?
Oh, so he went for the mathematical option of taking out the 4 might unit, knocks it over instead of the 3 might and Lucian. And I guess when the Poro's there anyway, it's not like he's going to get a lot of value off of the Lucian anyway, so.
Right.
Brandon just going for the numbers game there, but again, as an Ornn player, once that Ornn goes down, you're running like, what we saw in the main deck, we don't know if he's side deck, but 3 Pit Crew, 2 Tiana, 2 Azir, that's 7 other units. There is a Rake in hand, I think is what I saw, which again, it's a 3 energy, 1 recycle Calm Rune power cost that just kills a gear when you play it. But Travis has not seen any gears. There's been 0 gears in hand.
I was right. The Ornn
crazy.
comes back out to play, y'all. And I also want to say I did see a Tiana in there. But, you know, let's focus at what is at hand. We're equipping all of our gear to this Ornn. He's going to come back big and bad. But he has to do something about both of these battlefields. Because if he holds both battlefields, he wins. So I do think...
no, Aspirant's Climb means that you have to go to 9 points.
Oh my gosh, y'all, I
So
always forget about that.
Most people do. Most people do. But that means that Travis does have 1 more turn at least that he has to play to try and win this game. And now it makes more sense that Brandon actually sent that Ornn out as kind of a sacrifice. The problem is that he almost wasted a turn because he didn't play a single card on the last turn.
Right.
He just played the Sterix Gauge, which was not enough. Now he has to reestablish an Ornn. So Brandon's very far behind now, but if you get like a Shirelia's, or even you mentioned the Tiana's in hand, that's the big one. You can just send Ornn to like clear the Kaisa or just take a battlefield and play the Tiana. Actually, is that a Doran Shield? Yeah, there is a Doran Shield. So we do have that combo I was talking about with like the Doran Shield tank plus the Tiana, and we do have not so fast to deal with the challenge in Travis's hand. So Travis's job is not over. He still has to find a way to get through more of Brandon's combo.
He just wants that 1 point. Can he do it? And yeah, that's the scary thing of anticipating that. It looks like we're going to go ahead and play a unit to the battlefield to try and maybe hold for a point, and we're going to pass. Okay, it's time. Does Brandon get to make that combo work?
This is pretty smart from Travis, given the information he has currently.
Right.
You need to hold 1 point to win. Ornn can currently only take 1. Now, the ways to out this are things like Shirelia's and things like the Tiana. Let's see if Brandon has either in hand. We had a guess that 1 was in hand, but we'll find out very soon if that is confirmed. That's a Shirelia's I just saw.
Yeah. Okay, so Ornn goes in. He clears the Candlelit Sanctum. And who is going to enter the board with 7 runes exhausted? Tiana comes out to play. Travis, you're in trouble. You can no longer score points. Y'all, it is 2-8. Travis is nearly at the finish line.
And Tiana also has Deflect 1, so you have to recycle a power to target Tiana with anything. And again, we know 3 of the cards in Brandon's hand are 2 defies and a not so fast.
Yes.
This is going to be really hard for Travis to actually to get through this because we no longer have the punch first push to deal with the Ornn that has tank on him.
Absolutely. So here we are at the finish line, and we're looking to see what can we do about. So explain to me, would as a newbie, for those who are playing Lucian into an Ornn like this, and you see Tiana and Ornn, out and about. Who do you target if you do attack?
Well, you have when the Ornn has Doran's shield, he has tank, so you have to target the Ornn, unfortunately.
So you gotta
you're
go
looking for things like Akshan to steal the Doran's shield, or you're looking for things like your challenge to deal with the Tiana. One of those, Brandon can potentially have answers for. The Akshan, actually, even now that I think about it, the Not So Fast will stop either one. So for Travis, you just have to hope Brandon doesn't have the Not So Fast. Like, you really don't have another option other than if you're really patient, which I'm not the most patient player, so I don't often go for this type of play. But if you're really patient, you can just be like, I'm going to build an army. I'm just going to play as many units as I possibly can in my base, and then just go for one big push and just have like 30 might hitting in on your Ornn, and it'll clear the Ornn and the Tiana.
Absolutely.
And I guess you have time. I mean, Travis only needs 1 point, and Brandon only has 2.
Right.
Brandon has to get 7 more points. So there is a world where Travis just says, I'm going to play the very patient game and just go for the long con, because you can also just wait for your equipments. We again, have 0 equipments established right now. Those will make it much easier to punch into that Ornn. Travis is taking a lot of time to think about this. I think this is a critical moment in the game. It makes a lot of sense that you're taking your time here.
Absolutely. And this is game 3. I think we still have about 14 more minutes of this round today. So he can take his time. He's got to figure. Oh, it looks like he really just chilling. I'm not going to I just saw the player cam. He crossed his arms. He said, and you know what? Let me really think this through. So talk to me. If you were Brandon right now, are you feeling pretty confident?
I'm feeling really good, especially with what we've seen in Brandon's hand. And also just the heads-up play to play 2 Ornns. Really, really cool. I love that. I did not expect that. I'm happy that you clocked it. You noticed that the second Ornn in hand. I didn't realize that. That has completely changed the game, because if that Ornn didn't hit the field, then Brandon's job is so much harder. Playing 1 in the chosen champion zone and then another one in hand, or another one in main deck, and then drawing it was incredible. And then, of course, we saw what the Candlelit Sanctum revealed. So Brandon knows what's coming up next, knows that he has a current good board state, and a better future board state next turn. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a while until you win. It's gonna be like 4 more turns for Brandon to actually win this game, but you're feeling very, very good right now. It seems like the players are having a conversation up on stage. Judges chiming in, maybe getting some clarification on rulings.
Absolutely. And, you know, I just want to point that out. The Riftbound players here at Riftbound Regional Qualifiers in Atlanta, Georgia have been so nice. Even though we're going head-to-head, sometimes I could get a little competitive, but it looks like everything is still so friendly. We're chit-chatting. We're chilling. I love to see that from the players.
So hopefully what they're discussing will be resolved soon here. But again, we're talking about the game states. We're talking about currently how Brandon is just in a dominant position. And Travis, I'm trying to think, let's do the math here of like how many outs he could have. So we saw the 3 challenges main decked. We saw at least 1 Akshan. Typically, I see 2 Akshans come from the side. So that would be 5 potential outs. And you're going to have to see a combination of them right now. What's in hand? We have a challenge. I saw a Kaisa. I did not see an Akshan in there too.
No, there was no Akshan. We had the Relentless Pursuit. Yeah, he did a quick flash. I didn't get to catch many of them.
So then again, if you don't have enough outs, and we'll probably see soon here, depending on when this judge call wraps up and what Travis's next move is, but you'll realize that the board state's not going to change too much. So things like moving the Gem Jammer back, establishing more units on the field. You have the opportunity to have at least Kaisa go in and try and conquer to trigger the Kaisa ability to draw, and because we're at 8 points, we can't score to 9 on 1 conquer, you get an additional draw. Just dig. I think that's the game plan for Travis right now, is if we don't have the outs currently, you gotta find them. And that's the thing about Lucian that again, it's one of the things that he can do, but he does struggle with sometimes, is seeing enough cards and getting to the combos that you're looking for. Kaisa's your best tool to dig in the deck, but when the Ornn sitting on the Candlelit Sanctum, you're not going to be able to rely on the battlefield, which is kind of the other way. Things like the Sunken Double, things like the Candlelit Sanctum to help you get to the combos and the cards that you need. It's just the Kaisa at this point that we're going to be expecting. Maybe things even like... oh, now that I think about it, there was one other we saw, which is the baited hook. So we can remove the
Yes.
the Doran's shield from the Ornn and then try and attack it. So I guess let's add that. There's 6 options that I've clocked. I'm sure that maybe people in chat have noticed more, but from my memory, that's like the outs that you're going to be looking for if you're Travis.
Absolutely. And I'm kind of curious, what do you think we could be discussing right now in terms of board state? What do you think has provided this roadblock here?
I'm not exactly sure. I think that they're potentially debating. I was trying to kind of listen along of like, do you get an extra draw for holding for that 9th point? And it looks like Travis is getting that one. So even though he can't score the point, he held at 8 to 9. And I did see him. I think he had already drawn for turn. That's a new one for me, actually.
Yeah, I'm curious.
I don't want to speculate too much because I'm not exactly sure what the judge call was and if that is what happened. So please no one reference that. But maybe that's along the lines of what happened. But either way, we're going to see what Travis decides to do here.
The Bryn.
That'll do it.
That'll do it.
That'll
With
do it.
6 runes exhausted.
I did not see that in
Bryn
hand.
comes out. That's what he just drew. That's what he just drew.
Oh.
So when you play a Bryn here, opponents can't play cards this turn.
Yeah.
So this might be the time of the century.
You get one
time.
reaction window. You can play a reaction now, but I don't imagine Brandon has a reaction.
Yeah, go ahead. Trash while I think about it. Of course. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, he's
Brandon wants to look at the trash right now and see what options Travis has already gone through. I don't imagine that the game will end this turn.
No.
If I had to speculate, I think that this is just going to allow Travis to try and clear that Tiana, but Brandon will still have more Riftbound to play. I don't think that the math is there for Travis to actually get through, because like the best you could do is maybe like the first mate to ready the Bryn here and attack him with everything, but that's only 12 attacking in, and already the Ornn is 13. So
and he'd be out of runes at that point, so he wouldn't have any punch first to give or anything of that sort. But I am always excited to see this card enter the board. I love it when there's like a haha gotcha type of cards coming out, like the Bryn here, and honestly the Tiana as well, where you can't score points, you can't play cards.
It's such an annoying combo.
It is,
and
but
this is the thing. I'm gonna get on a little soapbox here.
Okay.
It looks like we have another judge call, so we're gonna have some time to chat about whatever. The fact that the most impactful cards in Ornn are, well, I guess, the Azir still plays with the Ornn. I don't mind Azir.
Yeah.
But like the most impactful card in Ornn is not the Ornn, it's the Tiana. It's like, come on. We're playing Kaiju Ornn. We're not playing Kaiju Tiana.
Yeah.
They just hide a GA on her and then get the tank on the Ornn and then have all their defies and stuff in hand. It's like, how do you deal with this? It's really tough when the Ornn gets established. And again, the general game plan against Ornn is to not let them. Just get as many points as you can, as fast as you can. But with the Aspirant's Climb, it's hard. Like we saw, Travis got to 8 points pretty fast this game.
Very
Didn't even
quickly.
see a single equipment. But because of that one battlefield, it didn't matter.
Yeah.
The Ornn loves that one in particular because it just delays the game long enough for you to get to this type of state.
Absolutely. But, I just think that Tiana, like, the artwork gives her such a boss girl look. Like, it's such a deserved card text. And like I just think that she's her. Like you can tell, like she's big, she's tanky, her might is huge, and I just love the look of it.
She does. She's looking at you like you shouldn't be able to score a point.
Yeah.
She's like, it's like the down the nose, scornful.
The full fear that you get from her, from that gaze. I wouldn't score.
I wouldn't mess with.
I wouldn't move.
Yeah.
I wouldn't move at all.
I would dodge that room. If I like walk by a room and I see her looking at me, especially from that angle, because that means she's either very tall,
she's 6'3", don't
or
play
on
with
like
her.
a chair,
exactly
at an elevated level.
And the armor, low key, is that Garen's armor? Like, let's talk about that. She got the blue. She got the. It's giving Demacia.
She's from Demacia. Yeah, we can see on the she unit Demacia, and elite. She's an elite unit.
Period.
I wonder when they'll do something with elite as the tag.
Am I? What? No. Okay. I was thinking like, is she related to Caitlyn? But that's Kiraman.
That's Kiraman.
Yeah. So
different location.
Just too many boss girlies in the game.
I
love
you
to
did watch
see
Arcane. Hopefully we go to Demacia soon.
Oh my gosh, yes. No, actually, I would love to see that.
Yeah.
Isn't Fiora? I'm sorry, I'm a Fiora like
Fiora is
advocate.
Demacia, I believe.
She's
Yeah.
Demacian.
Yeah.
I'd love to
Quinn,
see that.
Garen, Lux,
Yep.
J4, Galio.
Yep. Honestly, if we're digging, isn't Xin Zhao also Demacia?
Yeah, well, he's like a mix. He's Demacia, but also like from Ionia.
Yeah.
He like lives in
There's,
Demacia.
like,
I think that's how
it
that
goes
goes.
back and forth, yeah.
Yeah, we just did a whole thing for League Worlds last year. Canonically, he's not even there. Yeah, there he is. There he is on screen.
He's not even there.
Is he elite? He's not. That's
No.
kind of messed up. See, Tiana, that's an elite look.
That is an elite look.
Xin Zhao,
Yes.
that is a champion unit look.
Here. I love to see it. Honestly, it looks like we're still discussing here. We're
Yeah.
really just trying to make sure we iron everything out. And I would too, seeing what the prizes are. I want to go for best of.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is round one.
Ooh.
It's looking like a lot of folks have already wrapped up their round ones, but some are still going, as we can see here. Great attendance, though, this weekend. I don't know the exact number, but I know it's...
A million.
A million?
Yes.
Is that official?
Because Atlanta is the best place ever, so everyone is here.
You just claim them.
Yep.
Claim the
Every-
population of Atlanta
Yep.
as the Riftbound Regional.
We enticed everyone with lemon pepper wings to
Is
get
that the
them
thing?
into the venue. Yes.
What is it about lemon pepper wings?
That's just the Atlanta
That's
thing.
just it?
If you do not go to American Deli and get you some lemon pepper wings
Are we
while
sponsored?
you're in Atlanta.
Is this a plug?
No. Oh my gosh. I don't even. Oopsies.
I think you're fine. No, I think you're
No,
fine.
but
The lemon pepper. Okay, I'm
that's
gonna add
the
that to my
thing.
list.
Babes,
I did not
oh my
know
gosh.
that.
If you don't.
I asked you coming into this event, what are things in Atlanta that I need to experience? You did not mention lemon pepper.
I don't think you asked me that. I don't remember
Pretty
this.
sure I did.
Because I would have said lemon pepper wings,
Yeah.
sweet tea.
Okay.
You gotta, so there's this thing with Atlanta brunch. It's a very popular
Brunch.
thing. Yes.
Specifically brunch.
Specifically brunch.
Not breakfast, not
It's
lunch.
not your regular brunch. Let me
Okay.
talk to y'all real quick. Okay. At Atlanta
Yeah,
brunch.
I think we have time to go on this team.
For Atlanta brunch, y'all, it is not your regular brunch. Do not think that you about to go in there and sit down and have a cute, quiet conversation.
Oh, okay.
We gonna have music blasting. People gonna be up and dancing. Your waffle that you gonna order is gonna be drenched in maple syrup, peaches, and
Peaches?
so much sugar. Yes, absolutely.
That actually sounds.
They're gonna be getting lit at brunch. Okay,
Okay.
that is our thing. That is our thing.
Maybe that's a Monday thing. Maybe
No.
once the show's wrapped, we can experience
Monday,
Atlanta
Tuesday,
brunch.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay, that's another thing about Atlanta.
Sounds dangerous on Sunday before a show. Also, I think our call time's too early for the official brunch.
It is.
Yeah.
But I also want to say in Atlanta, like, it doesn't matter when the holiday is. We gonna party through the week.
Okay.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday,
Easter
Friday.
Sunday.
Every day is a celebration. We're celebrating life here.
Okay. Yeah.
So when you wake up, you go celebrate at that lunch
Veterans Day.
with your sparklers and you're turned up to the max.
I can't think of any
music.
other holidays that I wouldn't normally turn up for. but
Every holiday, and you gotta
know, I
party
trust.
the day before and the day after, because it's a party that you did it. It's a party
You have
that
to
is
warm up
almost
for
here.
it.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, because if you can't just go into it cold. That's a disaster waiting to happen. You need to prep
Absolutely.
going in,
Absolutely.
experience it.
The
Party
party
favors.
favors.
That's
Production.
the Atlanta
Y'all are doing
method
too
right
much.
there. What party favors do they give it in Atlanta?
I don't think
we
we
allowed-
can get into that on broadcast. So production, put that down.
Okay.
Put that down right.
Looks like we're rolling a die.
Okay. We're picking one. Oh, is this what we're doing because he's holding on the turn and we're
Okay,
picking
so the Brynhere's back in hand, and I don't know exactly what's going on, and I don't want to speculate, but it looks like we lost the Brynhere. So again, I was curious about that, like holding, and you did
Yeah.
score a point. It looked like he drew 2 for turn. Again, I'm just gonna stop.
Yeah.
I don't want to speculate.
Yeah.
I don't know what was happening. I wasn't paying enough attention, and I'm also not an official judge. I took
Right.
the test. I failed.
Oh, that's tough.
That's a self-report right there.
I took the test. I didn't take the test.
You
but
didn't take the test?
No.
Oh, we have time. If this
I
judge
think
call
we-
continues,
I think we. You
we
know
can
what?
do
Let
a
me pull
live
this
judge
up real
test.
quick, y'all. Hey,
That would be content
chat, help
right
me
there.
out. What is the answer to number one? What's the? I need help from chat. But
Also, just to update everybody, I heard from production, the timer just hit 0. We're adding time, so it looks like we didn't pause the time during the judge call, but we will add time. I don't know how much, but we'll let you know. I mean, we'll see it probably on screen together at the same time. But back to this judge thing. I got a 57%.
oh, that's tough.
That's not good.
That's
Not
tough.
great. And the worst part is, I felt good.
Yeah, you
When
felt
I was
good about
like,
your
you know, I didn't get everyone, but I think I passed that.
Yeah.
In an 80%, I believe.
Yeah.
Did not get that.
Oh,
We'll
that
try
is
it again.
tough.
You know what? Maybe that'll be a thing. Maybe when we switch off and Pastry and Charmer come on
We
for
do the
round
test?
3. We could do the judge test.
I
Be a good
will
bonding
be
moment.
pleased to report back to chat that I will pass with flying colors. You guys can count on me. Okay? And it looks like we might be getting back into play here because we're really analyzing these cards, and it looks like Travis just shook his head in disappointment. I don't think he sees a way out.
So the Bryn here was a big miss there, not having access to that, because that insulates the play at this point now that we've rewound the clock a little bit.
Yeah.
Travis is kind of back to square one of what do I do here in this current game state. I still feel like you always have to try and throw out the
Oh, absolutely. You got to at least swing.
And this is one of those things when you think about like reading that your opponent has the counter. Sometimes the correct answer is chew through the counter.
Yeah.
Because not doing nothing, they still have it.
Right.
So
exactly.
you've accomplished nothing. You're in the same sticky situation. At least forcing it out means that they no longer have access to it, and then you can try and do something again later. That's at least the thought process I often have when it's like, this probably isn't going to work, but at least then they have to do the thing. And I'm hearing that we have 14 minutes added to the clock, so that should get updated hopefully soon. We are going for the challenge, and we are targeting that Tiana, and we have the Defy on Brandon's side.
Oh, man, it just gets tougher and tougher. And I think we do remember that he has a not so fast in hand as well. So that was a swing. It was a miss, but I'm glad he at least swung. He can't just FF this.
Better to have swung and lost than never to have swung at all.
Exactly that.
No?
You know what? Yes.
Okay.
I will give it to you.
Cool.
So we're going to move that Gem Jammer back to base here. And it looks like we might be tapping 3, exhausting 3. Boop, boop, boop. And what are we about to play, Travis? Let us know.
Again, I think the game plan for Travis, he's got a couple options. Number 1 is dig, 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 dig.
Right.
Put on your Dwarf Hat Diggy Hole. Go for the Kaisa onto the points, try and get as many as you can, and also build up as strong of a board as you can so that your second plan is just punch into the Ornn. We're going to go for that one here as the Ferris Forerunner is played.
Love that. So he taps he exhausts the 6 and recycles 1. And what is that very nice death knell for the Forerunner? Whenever it dies,
it's a doozy.
He gets to play 2 3-might mechs to base.
Yep.
So it essentially, even though it dies, it's still got the might on the board at least.
One of the just statistically most efficient cards in the game.
Yeah.
It is 6 energy and 1 recycle for essentially 12 might worth of stuff.
Yeah.
Assuming the death knell goes off. That's part of why Rebuke is so popular, is because of how popular this card is. But we see right now Brandon making some of his own plays.
And yes, so with a couple of runes exhausted and recycled, we're going to equip the Shirelias to the Ornn, giving it an additional might, and it's gonna gank over here to score another point. Now, Tiana is over there by her. Oh, JK.
every unit at the Shirelia's location has ganking. I was on your side for a bit there. I was
I
like,
was so
Brandon, watch out. But no, he just moved the Ornn first because there's a lot of stuff on there. Moves the Tiana as well. Shirelia's gives both of the units, or all of the units at the location, ganking.
Yes, so they're going to be ganking together. You don't want to leave one and forget the other. But this is where Brandon is going to start to get those points. Now, Travis did just play an accelerated Kaisa to the Candlelit to get the drawing feature because he's at 8 points, but also because of the battlefield.
Well, also the Kiana. And I do believe Conquer effects like Kiana, or sorry, not Kiana, the Kaisa. I feel those two get confused in my head. Same Conquer effect. But even though you're at the full points, you don't score the point, you still trigger the Conquer, so you still get the draw off of the Kaisa.
Right.
So what do we draw? Oh, that's big. Another challenge, but there was the other Defy, yeah.
Oh, and that is super unfortunate because getting her off the
Went
board.
through them. She went through the resources.
Exactly. But you got to get through it at some point or
Yeah.
else you're just going to keep swinging and missing. So, boom, we're going to get another Kaisa with 4 runes exhausted. And then we're going to pass over to Brandon here.
Okay, we're not playing the Gem Jammer. That was an option. We also didn't play the first mate, which could have readied the Kaisa, moved it back to base, and saved the unit. Instead, opting for just another Kaisa. That means that we're just accepting that the Kaisa at the battlefield is going to go down. Alternatively, again, I mean, I mentioned this before. We do have. I keep saying we as if I'm on track. Travis. Oh, okay, that's tough. Travis does have the Relentless Pursuit, so he still could do that move I was talking about where you jump over to Aspirin's Climb and draw more, but a second Doran Shield.
Oh my gosh, the second Doran Shield. And with that Shirelia's, both Tiana and Ornn are going to move over back to the Candlelit. Now,
here we go.
We're relentless pursuing the Kaisa to move away. We want to keep her alive. And there is a not so fast in Brandon's hand, but he chose to not use it.
Well, not so fast only negates something that targets one of your units or gears. Relentless Pursuit targets your own. Also recently changed. It used to be the ruling was you can't use this card if you don't have an equipment on your field, even though it's an optional thing to equip it. They've changed that. I think that this is a much more flexible use of the card now that you're not forced to do that. And he gets the draw for Kaisa, draw for Conquering for 9th point.
He's stacking up those cards in his hand. And yes, I remember seeing on Twitter, there was so much chit-chatter about this Relentless Pursuit card and the wording surrounding it.
Yeah. It got heated.
Yeah.
As a Lucian player myself, I was definitely on the like, come on, you don't have to have one. But no, if it's ruled that way, it's ruled that way. And then they had to officially change the ruling. Now, notice that he didn't Relentless Pursuit the last line of text. When I conquer, you may move me to my base. Again, I think that that's a missed opportunity. You can move the Kaisa back. Then on Travis's turn, go back in and draw the 2 cards again. But now we just held for not a point because the Tiana, and we don't get that extra draw. So sequencing is very important in game states like this when you have to dig this fast for the outs. And Brandon now, I think it's another turn.
And so Brandon is getting close. He's going to hold for 7 if we're passing. And we're exhausting 4 to bring out the Doran's Blades. And we're going to pass that turn. So Brandon is here with 7. And because of the Aspirant's Climb, he's not going to win if he ganks over for the 8th point. Instead, we're channeling those 2 gold gears. He's getting so many gears, so Ornn is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
That's what was the last time, 28? Do you think we're going to beat that this time? What's it at? It's at 18, 20. It's at 24.
24. I've seen a 43. It was
42.
43, 42. I've seen 40 million.
I'm going to keep my eyes on you. Updating the number. Next time I said 55.
57, actually.
Sorry.
We're going up to that 8th point from Brandon with the gank over, and a World Atlas comes out, and it's going to go immediately on that Ornn. He is getting very big. This is everyone's world's worst nightmare.
Yeah, very, very tough spot. Because I think the Ornn has reached a point where you're not going to be able to punch over. Let's do the quick math here. 3 plus 4, 4 is 11, 13, 17, or 19, plus the 4 on Doran's Blades, and then 2 more on the Assault means that we have 25 swinging in. And that Ornn already is 9 plus 18, that's 27.
Goodness.
Hopefully I did that math right. It's always scary doing math live on broadcast.
Yeah.
I always do this, and then I regret it. I'm like, I probably got it
And then
wrong.
people are in the chat like innate education.
Yeah. I was
all right, y'all.
But here's the rake. So it comes out 3 energy, 1 calm recycle, and it just kills a gear. So that one of those Doran's Blades is gone.
Yes, and so we're channeling the 2 runes. We're drawing for turn. And we're going to do some calculations on our point. We're getting back to seeing exactly how much might we have on the board on the side of Travis, because you got to at least try. I totally get it. It's kind of scary. We're exhausting our 6 runes to bring out that Bryn. We are bringing out the Bryn.
We got there.
All right, it looks like we're just
Oh, that's awesome.
give
what
me
a
what you
tech
see.
card right there. So this is a card from Origins that was played on like the old Teemo Mundo list. I haven't seen this actually in Ornn. I've seen like some Kaisas occasionally running it just because like you can move like your Thousand Tail around, but Convergent Mutation, it's a reaction speed spell. Choose a friendly unit, increase its might until it equals the might of another friendly unit. So this Tiana is now as big as the Ornn, and it's a reaction speed. You can react to the Bryn here. If the effect goes off, now you can't play cards the rest of the turn, but I think job's done. Like, you have to hold it for a point, and this Tiana is massive.
That's insane. And the GGs comes out. Brandon has won with the 9th point, and that is going to be our first regional qualifier victory.
Travis shows us how it's done. Well played. Ornn picking up a win here. Hey, look, it's
Oh my gosh, I got a new look.
I'll get that updated here.
Period.
But the Ornn, I mean, that's awesome to see it pulling off a victory, and I would say a tough matchup.